Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and I'm excited to have you here. Today I have a very notable guest. He's a friend, a brother in Malta, and he's here to share his view, his knowledge about a lot of things. And this is critical and is vital. A lot of you have asked me a lot of questions about this particular topic today. So we're speaking about how you can bring in your family to Malta. So you came in as a student, as a worker. What are the requirements you need to meet up? So first of all, we just need him to introduce himself, and then we can now kick off.
Thank you for coming. My name is Binga. We are based in Malta. I've been in Malta for the past 2 years now. I think I came into Malta in March 2023, so it's a bit over 2 years now, and it's been it's been a good one. I thank God for the opportunity to be here at this time. So, as you have said, we plan to talk about um, movement, how your family can join you, how you can bring in your family. So,
Yeah,
basically,
no, before we go into that,
all right,
you spent like 2 years now.
yeah,
You came in from Nigeria, yeah?
yes,
Via work visa, right?
yes, yes.
So how is it like? Some people ask questions like, is it worth it? Is it a place I can settle down, make some money, of course, and all of that? So what do you think? Is the environment conducive to achieve all of that?
Yes, so it depends on what drives you, what you want for yourself, mainly. If you're a kind of person that you like the bubble lifestyle, as long as you have the money, you can cater for it. Of course, this place is expensive. It's expensive that you'll be spending euros, but you earn
Mm-hmm.
in euro.
Of
So it
course.
also depends on how much you are earning. So for example, you get a job, a good paying job, so you need to evaluate the amount you'll be earning, the tax you'll be paying, how much will be remaining, how much you have to pay for rent. Are you
Mm-hmm.
going to be renting a room, or you plan to rent a full house? So it depends. Are you planning to bring in your family? So all of those things depends. If you are single, you are still single, probably you are still young, you are not planning to settle down yet, and maybe you get a job and you calculate it and you can still stay in a room, you understand, and live a decent life. You can start from there. So it depends. But if you're a family man, of course, you need a job that at least you can get a good house where you can cater for your family, and then pay your bills, pay your tax, and then you still have something in hand. You won't be struggling. So those are the
Exactly.
major points that you need to consider when deciding to come to a place like this.
So definitely it's just all about planning. So once you plan your life, live it what you have, get a good job and just manage yourself, especially from the beginning. And trust me, everything will be fine. So down to the question, how can people, maybe students or someone that came in with work visa,
Okay.
how can they bring in their family? Because this is like a key question. I want to share knowledge to these people so they can know what are the things they need to do and maybe requirements to meet up.
Okay. In Malta, as a student, you cannot bring in your family, as that is what everyone knows.
Yeah.
So agent might go out there and tell you, as a student, you can bring in your family. It's not true. You need to start working, and then
Mhm.
you need to fulfill some requirements. So once you are done with studies and you get a job, so basically, there are two different types of family unification of, it's called family unification, right? So there's the family member policy. That one is the one from Malta, and then there is the family unification. That's the EU regulation. So Malta has the family member policy and the family unification. So for the family member policy, you can you can apply to bring in your family, your wife, or your children not more than 18 years old. As long as, of course, you have to prove for your wife or for a spouse, you have to prove with a marriage certificate, which will be legislated, and therefore children birth certificate. So majorly, but the major thing is that for you to bring in one person, there's a salary requirement. So for the family member policy, the requirement is that at least so it changes depending on this, the statistics that they bring out. So it's like a percentage of the pay in Malta, the average pay in Malta. So presently it's around, but it's usually around this amount. Presently is around 18,940 net plus 20% for each member. So, for example, you want to bring in your wife and a child. So your net payment has to cover 18,940 euros plus 20% of that amount and plus another 20%, making 40% plus. So if your salary can only covers, I'm referring to yearly net. If your salary can only cover 20% for one person, so it means it is only one person you can bring in, even if you have two children or three children. So that's how it works. So that's family member policy. But so family member policy, you need to have worked in Malta for about 1 year before you can apply for that. There is an exception, but it's for those that earn above 50,000, which they can actually apply immediately. That is for family member policy, which is Malta's um, regulation that they created for people to be able to reunite with their family and bring their family. Also, there is the family reunification, which is the EU regulation, which Malta also has a process for. So for the family reunification, it's 2 years, and then you have to have worked in 2 years, worked in Malta and paid taxes for 2 years. And then also the requirement is like around 25,000 gross. This one is gross, plus 20% of each family member you want to bring in. So there's a little difference between family member policy and family reunification because people confuse both. So for the family reunification, which is the EU regulation, if you bring in your wife as family reunification, your wife would be able to work without having to apply for a work permit. Yes, your wife can work with a job plus employment license. That one just takes just about 4 weeks for it to be ready. Just apply, and for it to be your wife or your spouse rather would not need a work permit for identity, which take long period. So that is the difference between family member policy and family reunification. That's the major difference. Yeah. And then, so also, it also depends on your work visa status. So there is a work visa status which is called Blue Card. Blue Card, EU Blue Card is also an EU regulation work permit in which Malta also does. So if you have a blue card, in fact, if you apply for a blue card from Nigeria, you get a job in Malta, you apply for a blue card, and you are coming in as a blue card. In fact, you can apply for your family and for your spouse or your children, as long as your salary can cover it, and then you guys can come in at the same time.
So immediately together you guys can come?
Yes, immediately. That is for the blue card. You can apply for the family reunification. There's an exception for that. So so that's the difference between family member policy and family reunification, basically.
Okay. So the blue card, how does it work? Is it a special kind of visa? I've heard about it, but I don't really know much.
So basically, it's for high-skilled workers. The major criteria is the salary. So the salary is currently around what's blue card currently? I think so. It also depends on the statistics. It changes. So it's around 36,000. It's around that amount, 36,000 gross in a year. So if you earn above that, you can always apply for, or if you get a job that the salary is up to that, you can apply for the EU Blue Card. So that you can be able to apply for family for your family members.
So you spoke about a yearly salary net, yeah? You said is it 15,000 or one is 15,000, one is 25,000?
No, I said family reunification is 25,000 gross,
Okay,
and I said family member policy is
18,000.
18,640 net.
Yeah. So you now have for each member of the family, you need to have extra 20%
20% of
of
that
that amount. So
yes.
if you have like two people, maybe a wife and then a child, you
Mm.
need 40%.
Yes, 40% of that amount.
Okay. So what if you don't have the 40%, but you have maybe a wife and a child? And can you bring in the wife first and then maybe later, maybe after 1 year, so you can bring in the child?
Yes, so the wife can come on work permits if she gets a job in Malta and she processes, or maybe she also comes as a student
Yeah.
and then later on she gets after she's done with studies, she gets a job and she start working, and both of you are working. People can add salaries together.
Mm,
It's accepted. If people can join your salary to bring in your
okay. So that
children.
would be better, yeah. And it is
Yes, it works.
maybe they can bring like 2 or 3 kids at the same time.
Yes, perfectly works.
Okay. Fair enough, and we are getting knowledge slowly. So, majorly, we have a lot of students coming from Nigeria, Africa, and they want to know. Everybody's asking, when can my family come? When can my family come? Right? And transitioning from a study visa to work permits and then bringing your family. We know it's doable, right?
Yes,
And how can they do it? And like, what is the process and maybe any special requirements?
for a student, right?
Yeah.
So basically, while you are a student, you need to plan ahead before you finish studies. What kind of job are you planning to do? So you need to plan ahead and see what do you need to do to get that job. So that's why I try to, if any student is coming, try to uh, come do courses that, well, by the time you are done, it will be useful for you to get a job. You understand? Very
Mhm.
important. It's not just you coming as a student. So when you are done with studies and you're not able to get a job, so what's the
Mhm.
point? So you need to start planning ahead while you are working part-time jobs as a student. What kind of job? I have seen a number of students that finish studies and then they get office-based job like professional jobs. I
Mhm.
have seen.
Yeah.
In fact, people that don't even really have experience, they get entry-level roles. So it is very, very possible, but you need to plan ahead. So in fact, some of them, while they were students, they did internship in some of these companies. Some of them, they work maybe without pay or something. They just want to gain experience and they use that. And then once the employer sees that they are performing, then they
They
hire
just
them.
keep them, yeah.
Trust me, as Nigerians, we work hard,
And we are
so
very smart.
we are very smart.
Yeah.
So if you can find a way to get in, you would do well because you can imagine compared to the people here, you understand.
Yeah.
Our lifestyle is different. What we believe in is different. The way we work hard is different from the way. So when you are able to get in and you put in the work, you put in the effort, and they see they don't want to lose you. They see you as an asset. You are valuable. So we need to, as a student, you need to plan ahead what kind of job. And then if you are not able to get an office job, a standard job while you're a student, yes,
Mm.
by the time you are done with school, also you can actually get at that period,
Mhm.
start searching. And I believe also that work experience also matters. If you are someone that has work experience already in
Yeah.
Nigeria, you also it's a big advantage also. So those are the things. So once you're able to secure a job that applies for a work permit for you, and then you now have a work stay in Malta.
Yeah.
So depending on your pay,
Mhm.
you can now apply after 1 year for family member policy. You can now apply. So and then you can also grow. You can move from companies to companies. So in Malta here, there are a lot of companies, especially for finance and IT. Yes, finance and IT roles. If you are into that, it's a good one in Malta. So and you can easily grow your career. So
Yeah. So after school, you try to get a job,
Yeah.
and then you now shift to the requirements we're talking about, the percentage and the net
Yes.
and the gross
Yeah.
salary and all of that.
Yes.
So before we go into the third question, it might be the last. Uh, you are into IT, right?
No finance.
Finance. And what is it like? There are a lot of people who are coming with IT experience, finance experience. I met someone who came in, he's working with an insurance company. He got a job in Nigeria and then they brought him here. So what do you think? This kind of roles, is it common to get? And they want to know, is this something that, okay, the pay is good, is nice, at least they can afford the basics in Malta?
Okay. Yes. So I came in. I work in a fintech. I'm into finance, and I will tell you that when I got the job, in fact, I was thinking, will this salary be enough? The salary compared to other European countries, it looks very low. But in Malta, things are not as expensive as in other countries. Everywhere is close by. Transportation is free if you use the bus, and so things are basically less cheaper. So you don't say, because this is the amount they are offering me, you compare it with the amount they pay in the UK or in the Netherlands. So it's different here. You need to look at how much is the rent, how
Yeah,
much do you spend on feeding, and how much do you need to save up, so you understand, you need for your family. So you can start from there. So, and then start growing. So I believe it's a good opportunity. There are a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of opportunity if you have work experience, a good work experience, or you are growing a work experience in Nigeria. You can start applying to jobs, to roles in Malta. Although recently, because of the barriers the government is trying to bring in to prevent employers from bringing in people from non-EU
overseas,
countries.
yeah,
So that's why employers are really reluctant to bring it. But years, like 2 years, around the time I came, 2, 3 years
it was very
ago, it
common,
was
yeah.
very easy to come in. Even for entry level, they were taking people from non-EU countries. But till now, I have seen that the number of Nigerians working in Malta has really increased
A lot.
a lot. People that have high skilled, working in banks, working in IT, insurance companies. People, I've seen people in the big four company, PwC, all of those, they are just poaching them. There are a lot of them here. So, and they already have that mindset that Nigerians are hard workers. There are people that can do it. So they believe in Nigerians already. The reason why they were able to give me a shot by bringing me was because they had two Nigerians already working with them in that company
That's
and they
right.
were doing fine. So as Nigerians, also wherever we are, we try as much as possible to do well so that we can also help others.
Yeah.
So that's how it
And
works.
behave well.
And behave well.
Very
Very, very,
important.
very important.
Yeah. So you can see, don't throw away your experience that you have in Nigeria. Bring it along if you're coming as a student, and then if you have experience for Nigeria, you can try applying to different companies here in Malta, and then see. Hopefully, something might come up. There's nothing God cannot do,
Yes.
and trust me, you're going to achieve it. Trust me.
Yeah.
So I hope this video was has passed a lot of knowledge to you, and we have been able to help. Thank you, sir. Thank you. God
Thank you.
bless you.
Thank you for
Thank you
coming.
for hosting me,
You're
and
welcome.
he has shared knowledge with you and impacted the society in the smallest way he can. Thank you so much, and God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, now. Thank you so much, and have a nice day, guys.